Hello and welcome back to another episode of Digital Road Trip. My name is Wizzy, you can also call me Wizzy, and today we are continuing our journey towards North Carolina. Where did I have it set for? Fayettville, North Carolina, that's right. Okay, so when we last left off, we stopped here in Danville, Virginia, and I get looking at the map afterwards, and we were basically, and I mentioned it I think in the last episode, or at the end of the episode as well, that it felt like we were really close to the border. And when I looked at the map, it actually showed that Fayetteville, or not Fayetteville, Danville, Virginia actually is on the border. So we want to go, we were following 58, I believe. So, was it 58? I don't know, let me go back for a second. I want to make sure we're following the right thing. So let's go back up this way, and up here we should be able to find out which route we are currently following. Maybe, hopefully, maybe not. Well, 58 was east-west. I don't know whether I should be going... You know what, whatever. We're just gonna go this way. Now, I don't think I really want to go east-west, but I think I do need to go west a little bit, I guess. I don't know. You know what? We're just gonna keep going straight. Why not? Because I honestly can't remember which route we were following, so... 29, that's what it was. We were following 29, so we're gonna want to get off this way then. What does this sign say? Heading towards Greensboro. Okay. So yeah, 29. It's been 2 weeks since we've done this, so forgive me if I forget what we're doing. Oh yeah, before we get too far, I do want to mention that I am currently live streaming this on Twitch. So I know last week I didn't have any live streams, so I do apologize for that. But if you would like to catch next week's live stream, I will have a link to my Twitch channel down in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. And I do typically start my live streams on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Not 4 p.m. I used to start them at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. But no, I start them at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So next Tuesday, if you want to stop by, say hat, maybe say hat. Say hi for a little bit. Or maybe chat a little bit. I think I was thinking chat while I was saying hi, so I kind of said hat. But yeah, anyways. If you want to stop by, say hi. Feel free to do so. If you're not able to, then don't worry. Because obviously I upload these videos here to YouTube, so you can watch them on your own time when you are able to. But yeah, anyways, I can't really think of anything else I want to say other than that, so... Now, was that river... I don't know if that river was... No, we are still shown in Danville, Virginia. So... Every time I say Danville, I think Danbury, Connecticut. Or, like, I want to say Danville, Connecticut, but it's, like, Danbury, Connecticut. Yeah, whatever. It's confusing. No, it's not really that confusing, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, Continuing along with US Business Route 29. Not moving along very fast, but you know what? That is absolutely fine. Okay, so what's this sign say up here? It looks like 29, we keep going straight. Well, I mean, you kind of go straight for both of those, but we want to be in the right lane anyways. Oh, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. I guess you could have been in the other lane as well if you wanted to go straight, but you'd have to stop at the light, and it's kind of, doesn't make any sense to do that. So that's, I think, why it just said to be in the right lane if you want to continue along this way, I guess. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. Now we are heading west a little bit, but that is fine because I think we do need to head west a little bit anyways. Now when I took a look at the map, I know this is kind of cheating and I keep doing this, but when I took a look at the map after the last episode, I did notice, I think that 29 basically goes right to Fayettville, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. If not, then whatever. Okay, we did turn to the south now, and I would think not too far from now we would actually be crossing into North Carolina. It's crazy I'm talking about crossing into North Carolina when I started this series here in Bangor, Maine. I mean, it shows you how far we've gone. Over halfway down the east coast of the US. And I think I may, like, when we get to Florida or something like that, I may have a stop in Key West, but I don't know. I'd have to take a look at the situation and everything when the time comes. So we've cut back up to 58. We're gonna keep going, though. Although I think 29 north is that way. We don't really want to go north, so we are gonna keep going straight then. Ah, yeah, here's the border. Welcome to North Carolina. We're crossing into Caswell County. Crossing into Pelham for the taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. I don't know if it was actually spelt Pelham or if it was like Pelham or something like that. Good movie though. I mean, so Greensboro is 38 miles from that away. I'm not sure if we're gonna get there in this episode or not. But if not, then you know what, that is completely fine as well. Now I'm hoping 29 is not like this the entire way. I don't think it is. But if it is for quite a ways, then I'm gonna get off and follow another road. That's roughly following 29. But of course there are business routes and everything that are the business route that we can follow as well once that becomes available. Well, it seems like I always lose track of where we're going when I go on those business routes. But, yeah, anyways. So I'm just trying to think of how long I want to go for this video. I'm thinking it was about 4:07 when I started. And it's 4:16 right now, so probably another 20 minutes or so, give or take. See where that leads us to be. Let's not keep crossing sides, please. Yeah, I'm almost thinking in a way that 29 is going to be like this for quite a ways. So, what is this? This is the future Interstate 785. Okay. So in its current state, this is legal as far as my rules go. But if we had come through here when this was designated as the interstate, and obviously that would not have flown with my rules. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off here. And this is actually going to the business 29 as well, so you know what, that worked out. I didn't even realize the business 29 was off this exit. So that works. We'll just follow business 29 again. I honestly didn't see any signs coming up to that exit saying that this was going to be the business 29. Now, okay, yeah, it's this way. I was going to say, which road do we go on? But that kind of comes back out this way anyways. I've noticed that quite a few times, or quite a few places that do that. For a moment there, I thought there was like a big Ferris wheel over there. This thing, I thought it was like a Ferris wheel, but or something, or like a ship swing ride sort of thing. So we are currently in Ruffin. Try not to let all the Ruffins get to us. Now, one thing I did notice as well, I forgot to mention it in yesterday's video, but one thing I did notice as well was, and I do apologize for this, is for the last few live streams I've done for these videos, I've been just taking or downloading the live streams and using that to, basically editing that to do the videos. But I noticed last Tuesday, or the last Tuesday or Wednesday video that I did for the 200th episode, I noticed that the quality was, it wasn't great because it was the live stream that I was taking it from. So if the bitrate wasn't very good for the live stream, then obviously the quality is not going to be very good. So I am changing how I'm doing that now, and you may notice a big difference. Hopefully you've noticed a big difference. In that I am also not only obviously doing the live stream like I mentioned, but I am also actually recording it itself. If that makes sense, I guess. So business south is straight, bypass 29 is that way. I'm gonna stay on the business south. So that way I don't have to download the actual live stream and edit it I can just press record and stop and just be able to upload that itself without having to do any kind of editing. All these houses look like they're empty, especially like with the driveway. Like those last 4 houses looked like they were all empty. This one doesn't, but those other ones looked like they had been empty for a little while. Okay, so we're at 4:22 right now. So about another 10-15 minutes or so we'll go for this episode. Seems like we haven't really done a whole lot. Or we haven't made a lot of progress, but I think sometimes it seems like we're not going very far very fast either. But yeah, anyways. My voice, I don't know if it's just kind of feels raspy. I mean, not really feels, but to me it kind of sounds raspier than normal. I don't know. I'm not really exactly raspy, but I don't know. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. So we're getting more into town here in Reedsville. Getting past all the Ruffins. Got a small school here. Looks like a fairly old school bus there. Bluebird. Bluebirds, I think, are like really the only school buses I know of that are actually like have the flat fronts or the flat nose buses there. Because I know Thomas built buses. Was it Bluebird Thomas built? No, I don't think so. Like the C2s, those obviously aren't flat nose buses, but I know the high school I went to, they all used Bluebirds, so all their buses were the flat nose buses, but all the other buses in the area used the, like, what now, the C2s. The Thomas built C2s. But even then, they had, like, the old Thomas built buses before. I know, like, the bus I took. And all the buses now, like, you just have a switch to open the doors. Where I know when I went to school, when I was younger, the buses still had like the handle that you had to physically open for the door. But I know when I drove school bus, the buses I drove, even the first bus I drove was an older C2 model. I'm sure you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's fine. It was an older model anyways. And it still had the switch to open the doors. You didn't have to use the handle. But the only downside to that particular bus that I started out with, was in the winter it kind of sucked. Because the switch was only a 2-position switch. So you just had close and open. And when it was open, it'd have the reds on. When you closed it, the reds would go off. Now, like I said, that kind of sucks in the winter because you can't keep the reds on and have the door closed to keep, like, while the kids are sitting down, to keep the cold air from coming in. So, that was kind of annoying, but the new bus that I ended up getting, which I think was pretty much brand new at the time, had a 3-position switch. So you had at each end, the open with the reds on, and then the close with the lights off. But if you had put it in the middle one after you turn the reds on, open the doors, well, even before you open the doors, like if you flip the switch for the yellows on, as soon as you put it in the middle position, the doors will still stay closed, but the lights will turn red. And then you can flip it up again so the doors open with the reds. And once they're on, you can put it in the middle position again, keep the reds on, but close the doors, and then once you bring it all the way in or down, the lights would go off. So that was kind of nice, having that, so you're not freezing every time you open the door. So I'm going to assume, yeah, 29 goes this way, or the business route 29. Of course, like I said, I don't drive school bus anymore, so I think I've mentioned it before that I take classes now for accounting in the fall and spring, and then in the winter, or in the summer rather, I drive a bus down in Bar Harbor, which is actually pretty fun. I enjoy that. Okay, so I'm assuming 28, or the business route 28 is straight across. So if we can move just a little bit quicker, that'd be great. That's a little bit better. That's some major road work it looked like there. So it looks like this was also State Route 158. Or no, US Route 158. Oops, no, don't want to go there. Let's go back this way. I didn't see any signs saying to get off that exit, so... Can we not keep switching back and forth? That'd be fantastic. And we're gonna continue going back and forth, aren't we? What is this? Some sort of office or whatever. Okay, now let's go back onto the main road here. Which they had widened out. I think we'll stay on this side for now. Until we get up further, I guess. So 429 right now. I think I'm gonna go for another 7-8 minutes, I guess. But I think in a couple minutes, I'm going to start looking for a place to stop. So if we can find a good place to stop before I get into a real busy area, then I'm going to opt to do that. But if not, then we're going to keep going. Of course, that's how we always do it anyways, but... Now I have no idea if I'm even heading too far west right now. I don't think so. Oh, there was a mileage. No, never mind. That's not a mileage sign. I thought it was a mileage sign for some of the cities here in North Carolina, but nope. Danville, Pennsylvania County Fair. It's interesting, Pennsylvania County. It's like Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, kind of obviously mashed together. Golden Corral. Now, honestly, I don't know. Is it like seafood that they serve? I don't know what they serve. Like, I've obviously seen like the commercials, but I mean, if I remember the commercials correctly, then I'd know, but I don't know if it's seafood that they serve. Because once again, that's one of several food places that we do not have here. Pizza Hut we have, but there's only like one remaining now. Used to be like 3 or 4 in the area, but now there's only one. All the others have closed. Like the last 10 years. I have a feeling it's gonna be a bit tough to find a place to stop for a little ways here. Because it feels like we're starting to get more into, I mean, not necessarily downtown, but more towards the center of town. Is this like an old gas station or something, or old restaurant? It's kind of in sad shape, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is, I suppose. Well, maybe we are starting to get out of town. Or not head towards the center of town, rather, but... So what does this say? Junction with... So wait, were we actually not on business 287? Or 29, rather? I don't know why I said 287. No, we apparently got off of it somehow, but you know what? That's fine. Or maybe we were still on it. Who knows? Still along the right path, so... Yeah, I feel like going this way now, we are going to be getting towards town. Or towards the center of town, rather. Maybe? I don't know. Hard to say. That's the parking lot that was. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit before we find a good place to stop, but you know what? That's fine. Still haven't reached our... I mean, we're probably pretty close to the 30 minutes, but... Actually, I know we are, but... Maybe I could use that, but... I mean, that doesn't look great. So we're gonna keep going. I was gonna say maybe up here, but no, not really. So yeah, no, we're definitely getting away from town. I mean, I don't think so. Let's keep going. Greensboro, South 29. So that's the end of the business 29, so we'll hop back onto here. No, we're gonna stay on the other side. Not on this road. No, not on this side. No. Back in the middle, please. Fine. I just want to be on the southbound side. And not on this road. Can we do that? We're gonna do it. No. I'm clicking on it, but it keeps putting us on there. So you know what? Whatever. Okay, so we're still in Reedsville. Probably we're gonna be getting out of Reedsville. I think. Well, yep. Now we are. I was gonna say fairly soon, but as soon as I say that, we are now. It now shows us in Brown's Summit. What is this place, or what was this place? I have no idea what's going on there. Whatever. Let's keep going. And eventually we'll find a good place to stop. Like once we get to Florida. Zoom out of that a little bit. Not like we really need to use it much, but what is this? Like a church or something? That's what it kind of looks like from that sign anyways. How's your driving? Well, I mean, I don't want to judge anybody's driving, but there are some people who are obviously not very good at driving. I'll just say that much. Oh, we are not going to find a place to stop anytime soon. What was this? Back it up. Greensboro, 11 miles. Piedmont Triad International Airport and High Point, both 27 miles. Okay. Just like a field or whatever. I feel like every time I look at some place that might have a view, it's mostly just fields. I guess, I mean, that might be a good spot to stop. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna stop here. Let's just back up a little bit. That way those aren't in the way. Yeah, you know what, right there. So we've made a bit of progress, I guess. I'd have to look at the map to see, and also to see if we are heading in the right direction as well, because that would be nice to know. Although, I mean, even if we aren't, I guess it's fine. But yeah. Anyways, I don't know what I want to say. I'm blanking. Yeah, well, anyways, we'll make, obviously, more progress next episode, and before next episode, I'll figure out if we are heading in the right direction. I mean, I think we are. I mean, at least we're heading south, so in that sense, we are making progress, but I just need to know whether we need to go more east, more west, what we need to do, or if we're on track or whatever, but yeah, anyways. Like I said, we made a bit of progress. We because we started right in Danville, Virginia. It took us a little bit to cross into North Carolina, but yeah. Anyways, for those of you watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere because there is more to come. But for those of you watching on YouTube, this sadly is just about going to do it for this episode. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up. And of course, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!